So here is a question for you. What do you get when you take the world's most powerful democracy, add 250 years of political whiplash, and then hand the controls to the most extreme leader in modern history? Well, you might just get the end of the pendulum altogether. Today we're talking about America's political pendulum, a fascinating, almost mechanical system that's been swinging back and forth since 1776, creating some of the most dramatic political reversals in human history. But here's the thing that should terrify you. Pendulums can break, and when they do, they don't just stop swinging, they fly apart entirely. Picture this, it's 2008, and America elects Barack Obama, a charismatic, intellectual president who represents everything progressive about modern America. Multicultural, globally minded, speaking in complete sentences about complex policy. The pendulum swings left. And then just 8 years later, America elects Donald Trump. And come on, you couldn't design two more opposite humans if you tried. Where Obama was measured, Trump was impulsive. Where Obama built coalitions, Trump built walls. The pendulum just didn't swing right, it smashed through the wall. And here's where it gets interesting. Presidential historian John Meekham recently suggested that this pattern isn't random, it's predictable. And if he's right, the next swing could be the most dramatic in American history. America has always been two nations, pretending to be one. You've got conservatives, business friendly, traditional values, keep things the way they are. Then you've got progressives, social reform, expand right, change everything that isn't working. And for 250 years, they've been taking turns running the show. But here's the brilliant part. Each swing creates the conditions for the next swing. Conservatives cut out regulation, widen inequality until people get fed up and vote progressive. Progressive push social change, people get anxious, they vote conservative. It's like a perpetual motion machine. Jefferson's agrarian democracy gave way to Adams' elitist federalism. Lincoln's abolition was followed by Andrew Johnson's white supremacy. FDR's New Deal eventually led to Reagan's corporate revolution. Obama's hope and change triggered Trump's nonsense. Now, this isn't just about politics, it's about cultural psychology. Using something called Schwartz Value Theory, we can actually predict these swings. Trump represents what cultural theorists call conservation plus self enhancement. Preserve the past, pursue personal power. Classic authoritarian mindset. What comes next? Well, if the pattern holds, we're looking at openness to change plus self transcendence. Embrace the new, serve the collective. And there's one person that embodies that perfectly. Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, AOC. Think about it. She's everything Trump isn't. He's a 78-year-old white male baby boomer from Queens who inherited wealth. She's a 35-year-old Puerto Rican millennial from the Bronx who worked as a bartender. He communicates through angry tweets and rallies. She builds policy with experts and grassroots organizing. He's what Hornby labels the ultimate power seeker, and she's what Hornby labels a bridge builder. And here's where it gets genuinely terrifying. With every previous pendulum swing in American history that has happened within normal democratic bounds. Sure, the policies changed dramatically, but the system held. This time might be different. Trump didn't swing the pendulum to the right. He is actively trying to break the pendulum mechanism itself, packing the Supreme Court, ignoring court orders, eliminating civil service, sending the U.S. military against U.S. citizens, and arresting people without cause and holding them without due process. And the list goes on. And that creates a problem. If the next swing is as extreme as the pattern suggests, then AOC represents that extreme. And we're not talking about normal political change anymore. We're talking about a potential system failure, or at best, a breakdown and a rebuild. And here's what keeps political scientists awake at night. What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? What happens when a pendulum that's been swinging for 250 years finally swings so hard it breaks? Because that's what we might be looking at. And the American political pendulum has survived civil wars, depressions, and world wars, but it's never faced a leader whose goal is to destroy the Union from within. The pendulum wants to swing from Trump to AOC. The question is whether American democracy can survive that swing, or whether we're about to witness the end of a 250-year political project. And honestly, nobody wants to answer that question, which is probably the most terrifying part of all.